Hi guys, it's Set Out Running 23, and today I'm going to start with my throughout the year videos. And basically they're just videos of me kind of, picking the year of my life, and I'm going to go in chronological order because that makes the most sense, and just talk about some stuff that happened in my life. Okay, so I don't really remember a lot when you're super little, so I'm going to do my first video of kind of my before school video. And I started school when I was 4, so these are just my memories from birth through 3 years old. Okay, let's see what I can remember. So my first memory, and I use it to torture my mother a lot, but I remember I was sleeping in my crib. And both my parents, they sometimes would work nights, so I'd have to go to a babysitter. And I remember sleeping in my crib and, being, I don't know if it was my mom or dad that came in. I'm assuming it was my mother came in and, took me out of my crib so I could go to the babysitters. And I just remember, a feeling of, I don't want to go. I want to keep sleeping. So I always promise myself, when I have kids, that I'm not going to, take them to the babysitter, that I'm going to take care of them myself. Because I'm the toilet, the pain, the torture. Anyway, another memory I have, when I was 3, my mother was pregnant with my brother, my younger brother, and we went to a sibling class at the hospital. So it was for kids that their parents were about to have another baby, so they can kind of be oh, what's it going to be like to be the sibling, and what's this whole thing going to be like? And one of the things that we did there, and this was back in the 80s before all the crazy HIPAA laws and all these privacy laws, they had a table set out, and they had all these baby pictures on it. So basically, you get there, and each kid got to pick out, what do you think your new brother or sister is going to look like? And I didn't know if it was going to be a brother or sister, so I just picked out a random photo. And I kind of remember being there. I don't really remember physically picking out the picture, but I get told about this a lot. And I don't know if I just grabbed a picture because I was just not really understanding what's going on, or if I thought about it. But I picked for my brother. I thought he was going to be a black baby girl. Which is hilarious. And, maybe I was oh, it looks like a little girl, I want a sister. Who knows? But, yeah, that's kind of hilarious that I thought my brother was going to be a black baby girl. Yeah. I wanted a sister forever. Okay, I remember when he was born, I stayed with the neighbors, because it was later, and I was at their house, and they my parents were gonna call me when my brother was about to be born, or after he was born, because I think I got there after he was born. And I remember driving to the hospital, and I was staying with the neighbors, and they were a girl that was older than me, maybe a year older, or maybe just a few months older, but just older than me. And I remember her mother was gonna go drive me, and I remember her in the alley, in her nightgown, screaming that she couldn't go to. She was so upset, and I remember that, and feeling oh, she's mad that I get to go, but I want to go see my brother. So I remember going to the hospital. I don't really remember seeing him, but I remember my parents had gotten me a doll, and I was oh my gosh, I got a doll, and this is exciting. And I think I was a little scared, because I think a little kid you don't know, a hospital is kind of scary, and seeing your mom at the hospital and not really knowing what's going on, it was just sort of a scary thing. Yeah, I don't really have memories beyond that. So my brother was born. Before that, it's just me and my brother, so I was kind of only child. I didn't go to daycare all the time, I swear. It was just sometimes I can remember sort of daycare. I don't know why you remember certain things and you don't remember other things. Maybe more significant, or things that you find are you don't want to be there, or you're more upset. Maybe you remember that stuff. I can remember a daycare, and it must have been when I was 3, because my mom, my brother never went to daycare. After she had both of us, she didn't work. She worked, but she didn't work, so we'd have to go to daycare, whatever. I remember you know, they had like, it was like sectioned off of like the kids are on one side and then they were like the kitchen on the other side. And I remember like we'd like wait for food and like be like, oh, like we want food or we want to get to the other side. And I remember they had like this couch thing that kind of, it wasn't like a couch, it was like attached to the wall type of couch and it like spread across the whole like one side of the room. So then like kids would just take naps on it. I don't know if I'm like twisting it in my mind. I don't know. You know when you like, when you're a kid you think something because you're like little, but if you went back as an okay, this earring doesn't even stick. Anyway, if you go back as an adult, you're like, oh, that's not what it looked like. Like, I thought it was way bigger, way different. But, yeah, I don't know. Not too exciting. I swear the other years I have, like, actual memories. So I don't want to talk about just things that happened. I want to talk about, like, specific memories. And those are kind of my memories of that time period. I don't really have, like, a bunch. So that's why this video is short. But anyway, I will continue to make these videos and make them up to present day. It will probably take like a long time, especially if each video now is going to be like one year. Luckily, my birthday was always at the start of school, so I'm going to do it by grade. Like the next one will be like preschool, but it will be preschool / when I was 4, you know, that sort of thing. So anyway, look out for those videos. And I hope everyone has a fabulous today, a fabulous weekend, a fabulous tomorrow, a fabulous next week. Just be fabulous, everyone. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna go. And, okay. Bye. Thanks for watching.